My name is Justin Perez, and my biggest takeaways from Unit 1 was that the Greeks, or in the first webcast in the classical worldview, some of the biggest takeaways were that the Greeks believed in gods. The Greek gods were different from other gods. They were more accessible, and they had more human traits. The Greek gods lived in the same world, but did not have to follow the same cosmic rule as the humans, and the humans would get punished for not following those cosmic rules, while the gods did not. Eventually, the humans realized that the Greek gods were too similar to them, and felt that the gods were not more powerful than destiny and fate, and so they began to kind of put humans first and worry more about what was on the earth and not life after. Another big takeaway from the other webcast was Saint Augustine believing in the visible and invisible, and basically explaining that everything is visible, but in order to receive a much deeper meaning, then that's how you find the invisible behind certain things. And one of the examples was a picture of a rose, and it was on the webcast, and how the rose, a normal person would see it as it's just a flower, it's a rose, but a deeper meaning behind it would be the red on the rose, and how that represents the blood of Christ, and that's how you find the invisible. Later on in the webcast, leading into the Middle Ages, I learned that the Roman Empire was split into an East and a West, and that on the west side of the kingdom, or on the west side of the Roman Empire, there were tribes who lived on the outside, beyond the borders, and those tribes began to settle in the West once the emperor of the Roman Empire realized that it was a little too difficult to control the entire empire from one location. These tribes moving into the West led to Islam spreading and growing quickly. And then later on, communes came in, and I also learned about the consul and council, and how there were phases, and how the consul and council were kind of forms of government, legislative and executive government, that were brought in to the time period. But that's mainly some of the key points that I took away from Unit 1. Thank you.